Dear students, I am Ramakrishna, faculty in mathematics for IIT JEE and working as a mathematics lecturer in IIT Rajendra Nagar ST Gurukulam. Here we discuss now vectors, that too particular aspects of vectors in the sense some multi-concept problems. In particular, it is coming as a problem solving session. So I will give one problem, I will explain the concept based on in that problem and I will solve the problems. So here at first we discuss one problem. It is given A bar, B bar are two vectors A bar, B bar are two vectors which are linearly independent. Actually, these are new only. Satisfying root 3 tan theta plus 1 into A bar plus root 3 secant theta minus 2 into B bar equal to null vector. Then the possible values of theta are. So here the concept is A and B are vectors which are linearly independent. As they are linearly independent, first we must remember one concept here. A bar comma B bar comma C bar are linearly independent, and the condition x A bar plus y B bar plus z C bar equal to null vector. So whenever x A bar plus y B bar plus z C bar equal to null vector is nothing but a linear combination of A, B, C vectors is a null vector in which the vectors A, B, C are linearly independent. In that case, it is obvious that x equal to 0, y equal to 0, z equal to 0. So here for independent vectors, linear combination equal to 0 implies each scalar in the combination is 0. So here we have root 3 tan theta plus 1 into A bar. It is a constant into A bar, and root 3 secant theta minus 2 into B bar equal to null vector. Here this is a constant into B bar. So A bar comma B bar has linear combination here we have, and as A and B are linearly independent vectors, definitely we can say here each scalar means here this scalar must be equal to 0 as well, this scalar equal to 0. So we can write here root 3 tan theta plus 1 equal to 0 and root 3 secant theta minus 2 equal to 0. So here we have applied vectors concept, that is linearly independence, and we have come across here trigonometric equations. We can write here from this tan theta equal to minus 1 by root 3 and cos theta equal to root 3 by 2 we can write. So here we have come across trigonometric equations, that two equations simultaneously we must solve to find the values of theta. So identify here tan theta is a negative quantity and cos theta is a positive quantity. So we must remember here one more formula. If at all tan theta equal to tan alpha and cos theta equal to cos alpha, like that two trigonometric equations we are solving simultaneously. In that case, you must identify alpha belongs to the interval 0 comma 2 pi, because two trigonometric ratios define exactly one quadrant. Here tan is negative and cos is positive, definitely you must have fourth quadrant we can take, and here general solution of theta is given by theta equals 2n pi plus alpha. And what about this alpha? Alpha is a principal value of theta we can write. So here tan theta equal to minus 1 by root 3, cos theta equal to root 3 by 2 we have, and hence the principal value of theta, that is alpha, it is appearing in or it is available in fourth quadrant, and hence we can first write alpha equal to in fourth quadrant 2 pi minus, and what about remaining? Once we decide alpha equal to 2 pi minus something, that something must be taken by taking both values are positive. As cos theta is root 3 by 2 means pi by 6 we can write, or it is 11 pi by 6. So here root 3 tan theta plus 1 equal to 0 and root 3 secant theta minus 2 equal to 0. Both are giving the principal value alpha equal to 11 pi by 6, and hence we can write using this theta equal to 2n pi plus 11 pi by 6 we can write, and n belongs to z we can take here. So here the set of all possible values of theta are 2n pi plus 11 pi by 6 we can write. Like that it can come under a multi-concept problem. Even though we are discussing a vector concept here, we came across trigonometric equations here while solving two trigonometric equations simultaneously. That too simple trigonometric equations we have discussed here. You must go for first principal value. That principal value belongs to the fourth quadrant. You must identify it first, and later we can think of the general value. General value of theta is given by 2n pi plus alpha we can write. So in this manner we have discussed here the concept linearly independent and trigonometric equations also. Like that they may ask in usual entrance examinations regarding problems in vectors. And we discuss the next one. I want to discuss here next one. For a non-zero real number small a and for variable angles capital A comma B comma C, it is given root of a square minus 4 into tan A plus a tan B plus root of a square plus 4 into tan C is given to be suppose 6a. So here it is given a is a fixed real number, that is a non-zero real number, and a, b, c are variable angles, means we can say tan a comma tan b comma tan c are variables, and he is asking here the least value of tan square a plus tan square b plus tan square c is how much. So discuss that least value. In particular we are discussing here vectors. So in what manner we can expect. The point number 1 here is we were given here product of two terms in each term. On LHS we have one real number into another real number. A tan beta means again one real number into another real number. Root of a square plus 4 is a real number into tan c also real number. Like that sum of the products of real numbers we have. We must remember this point. A bar dot b bar can be written a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2, and here a1 b1 c1 are components of first vector a bar, a2 b2 c2 are components of second vector b bar. So if we replace a1 b1 c1 respectively root of a square minus 4 a and root of a square plus 4, we can choose vector a bar. a2 b2 c2 means tan a tan b tan c I can take. So identify here using this. If I take a bar is the vector root of a square minus 4 a comma root of a square plus 4, and b bar is tan a comma tan b comma tan c. So for these two vectors you identify here a bar dot b bar. This a bar dot b bar comes a1 a2 means root of a square minus 4 into tan a, b1 b2 a tan b, and c1 c2 is root of a square plus 4 into tan c, and hence a bar dot b bar equal to 6a. It was given here for the vectors a bar and b bar. So here we have come across a dot b, and next we are asked to find the least value. So here a bar dot b bar if you take, it is mod a bar into mod b bar into cos theta, where theta is the angle between the vectors a bar and b bar, and you remember here mod cos theta less than or equal to 1 means cos theta maximum value is 1, it cannot exceed 1, and hence we can say it is less than or equal to mod a into mod b into 1 we can write, or it is mod a bar into mod b bar. Why should I discuss this mod a bar mod b bar concept? Means identify here mod b bar if you take, mod b bar will have root of tan square a plus tan square b plus tan square c. Otherwise you can remember here mod of xi bar plus yj bar plus zk bar is root of x square plus y square plus z square. So here if you take modulus of second vector b bar, it is coming as tan square a plus tan square b plus tan square c under root, and we are getting the expression tan square a plus tan square b plus tan square c. But we are asked to find here least value, and hence we can rewrite this. It can be written mod a bar into mod b bar is greater than or equal to a bar dot b bar we can write. So we can make use of this mod a bar into mod b bar is greater than or equal to a bar dot b bar. We can solve this problem. We can find the least value of tan square a plus tan square b plus tan square c. So in what manner? So here we were given 6a, the given expression, it is this part, and it is found to be a bar dot b bar. But it is less than or equal to mod a bar into mod b bar. So 6a is given expression that is found just now, that it is a bar dot b bar, and we have just studied a dot b is less than or equal to mod a bar into mod b bar, and we can write here mod a bar how much? It is square root of, if you take a bar vector here, a square minus 4 plus a square plus a square plus 4 we can write. So it is coming under root of x square plus y square plus z square, the magnitude of the vector, into mod b bar. If you take, it is root of, for mod b bar here tan square a plus tan square b plus tan square c. So here you will get tan square a plus tan square b plus tan square c we can write. So there, what about this first square root? A square, a square, a square 3 times we have, it is root of 3a square. And what about next one? It is root of tan square a plus tan square b plus tan square c. So like that we have. To avoid square root or to remove square roots, we can take squaring on both sides. So on squaring on both sides, left hand side 36a square and is less than or equal to 3a square into tan square a plus tan square b plus tan square c. So that a square cancel, 3 goes here 12 times, and hence 12 is less than or equal to tan square a plus tan square b plus tan square c. Rewriting the inequality, we write it is tan square a plus tan square b plus tan square c is greater than or equal to 12 we can write, and hence we can say the expression tan square a plus tan square b plus tan square c cannot be less than 12, and hence the least value is 12 we can write. So we can say least value is 12 we can write. So in this problem we came across a bar dot b bar, it is a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2, and not only that we have come across mod of a bar, at the same time maximum value of a dot b we come across, or we can say minimum value of mod a bar into mod b bar. And here one more concept also, that cos theta or angle between vectors cannot be more than, cos of angle between two vectors cannot be more than 1 we can take. And next we can take another aspect of vectors. So we discuss now one more multi-concept question. I am taking here the two vectors a bar is a vector having components x minus 1 1, b bar is a vector having components x plus 1 comma 1 comma a. So these two vectors are in what manner? Means include an acute angle theta suppose, then the range of small a. So range of small a means what are the set of possible values of small a we can say. So here which of the concepts you can identify by solving this problem we discuss. As the two vectors are including an acute angle, so if theta is acute angle, theta belongs to q1 implies we can say cos theta is positive, and a bar dot b bar if you take, it is mod a bar into mod b bar into cos theta, and it is also positive we can take, because mod a non-negative quantity, mod b non-negative quantity, in particular a and b are two non-zero vectors, means mod a bar positive quantity, mod b bar positive quantity, cos theta positive quantity, so that a dot b is positive we can say. So we can apply a dot b is positive as the two vectors are including an acute angle, and hence we can write here a bar dot b bar means a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 we can write. So here x into x plus 1 plus x minus 1 into 1 plus 1 into a must be positive. So we can say a1 a2 I component into I component plus b1 b2 j component into j component plus c1 c2 k component into k component. Like that a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 is positive. We can write from that x square plus x plus x minus 1 plus a must be positive, or we can say it is x square plus 2x plus a minus 1 is positive. So here x square plus 2x plus a minus 1 means it is appearing as a quadratic expression on left hand side. So we came across quadratic expressions while discussing the problem based on vectors. Again you come across the concept here. We are discussing ax square plus bx plus c, means the nature of the quadratic expression. If you remember, you identify if at all roots of the corresponding quadratic equations are non-real complex numbers. We can see here, if the roots of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 are non-real complex numbers, or we can say the roots of the quadratic equation are non-real complex numbers, implies and implied by ax square plus bx plus c and a will have same sign for all x belongs to R. Means ax square plus bx plus c is a quadratic expression, or you can say it is a quadratic function. For that quadratic function, the domain is set of real numbers, and whenever corresponding quadratic equation has roots of non-real complex numbers, we can say if at all a is positive, ax square plus bx plus c means quadratic expression or quadratic function always take positive values. If a is negative, then the quadratic expression take only negative values. So in this case, x square, it is a quadratic expression, and you identify here x square coefficient, it is 1, it is positive. Why should I take x square coefficient? Because here a is x square coefficient in the quadratic expression or quadratic polynomial. And what about quadratic expression? Quadratic expression means left hand side quantity x square plus 2x plus a minus 1. It is already found positive. So we can say that x square coefficient in the quadratic expression is positive, and even quadratic expression also positive, and hence we can say here same sign they have. So according to this concept, whenever a and ax square plus bx plus c have same sign, definitely roots must be non-real complex numbers, and hence as here x square coefficient positive, quadratic expression also positive, we can say that for this quadratic expression b square minus 4ac is negative. So we can write from that b square means here 4 minus 4ac is 4 into 1 into a minus 1 negative, and from this we will get 4 cancel, 2 minus a negative, or we can say a greater than 2, or a greater than 2 means we can write here a belongs to 2 comma infinity, and hence we can say the range of a means a can take values after 2 any real number. So there is no maximum value of a at all, but a cannot be less than 2, and even a cannot be equal to 2 also we can say. So here what we have discussed is a dot b is positive whenever they are including acute angle. Moreover, the concept of quadratic expressions and equations we have discussed. So it is also coming as multi-concept problems which may be expected in coming IIT JEE mains. Next we discuss here on coplanarity in particular. I am taking if A bar, B bar, C bar are non-coplanar vectors. Such that A bar plus B bar plus C bar equal to some x d bar and B bar plus C bar plus D bar equal to some y A bar, where x comma y are some scalars. Then what about the vector A bar plus B bar plus C bar plus D bar? I think students, you studied the same in IP intermediate exam. So here, before applying any condition, you must think of non-coplanarity and linearly independent, both are same. So first let us remind again linearly independence. So Li implies and implied by LC equal to 0 implies and implied by each scalar is 0. Otherwise mathematically we can write x A bar plus y B bar plus z C bar equal to null vector implies x equal to 0, y equal to 0, z equal to 0 for A bar, B bar, C bar are independent. So for independent vectors we have this condition. Identify here which of the three vectors are independent means A bar, B bar, C bar. They are non-coplanar, and hence whenever the vectors are non-coplanar they are independent also. So the independence is meant only for A bar comma B bar comma C bar. We know nothing about D bar, and hence we can convert the two conditions by into a single condition in which A, B, C only appear. Once again you see here, we know A bar, B bar, C bar are non-coplanar. As they are non-coplanar, they come as linearly independent. As A, B, C are linearly independent, as we don't know anything regarding the vector D bar, we must eliminate between these two D bar vector, and hence by taking this is the first equation and this is the second equation, I will write here equation 2 is given as B bar plus C bar plus D bar equal to YA bar. From that we can write D bar equal to YA bar minus B bar minus C bar. So I will substitute this is in equation 1 because I want to eliminate vector D bar because I don't know anything about vector D bar. So what can we say? We can write this D bar value in this equation 1. Equation 1 implies A bar plus B bar plus C bar equal to x D bar we were given, and it can be written x into this D bar we can replace y A bar minus B bar minus C bar. So we can bring all one side. Why should I bring all one side means as the vectors A bar, B bar, C bar are non-coplanar, definitely we must apply linearly independence condition. For independence condition, linear combination of the vectors A bar, B bar, C bar must be a null vector. As we were given here A, B, C are linearly independent, I can write here something into A bar plus something into B bar plus something into C bar equal to null vector. Means I am taking vector A bar, vector B bar, vector C bar common. So we are taking here A bar common implies 1 minus xy will come. B bar common implies 1 plus x will come. C bar common implies again 1 plus x will come. So here we came across a linear combination of the vectors A comma B comma C is a null vector. As A, B, C are non-coplanar, definitely we can say that they are linearly independent. As they are linearly independent, we can say each scalar is 0 in the combination. we can say A bar, B bar, C bar are linearly independent implies 1 minus xy equal to 0, 1 plus x equal to 0, again 1 plus x equal to 0. So from that we can write here xy equal to 1, x equal to minus 1 from both of them, and from that we can write again y equal to minus 1. So we found here x equal to minus 1 as well y equal to minus 1. You can replace x equal to minus 1 in equation 1, otherwise replace y equal to minus 1 in equation 2. So I want to replace here x equal to minus 1 in equation 1. So here if you replace in equation 1 the value of x, so equation 1 implies A bar plus B bar plus C bar equal to x d bar. So x is found to be minus 1 here, it is minus 1 into d bar, or from that we can write A bar plus B bar plus C bar plus d bar equal to null vector we can write. So the vector A bar plus B bar plus C bar equal to null vector. And we discuss one more problem on coplanarity. A bar equal to A11, B bar equal to 1B1, C bar equal to 11C are coplanar suppose. If the vectors are coplanar, our object is to find here the value or some fixed expression. We can say 1 by 1 minus A plus 1 by 1 minus B plus 1 by 1 minus C equal to how much. So usually we say whenever three vectors are coplanar, box of the vectors equal to 0. Here also we do the same. So we can say here A bar, B bar, C bar are coplanar. So whenever the vectors are coplanar, we can say the scalar triple product box A bar, B bar equal to 0, and from that determinant also we can write, because whenever A bar is written A11 means the components are ijk only. A11, 1B1, 11C equal to 0. The reason to discuss this problem here is not to apply properties of determinants. Let us apply a logic here. I will take here A equal to some minus 1, because here 1 minus A present, A cannot be 1. We can say A not equal to 1 implies let A equal to minus 1. B not equal to 1, because 1 minus B in denominator. So we can say B equal to 0. As A and B are fixed, from the determinant equation I will find C value. So we can see from these two how much is C value, but C not equal to 1. My intention is to say, instead of applying properties of determinants here, we find out for these two values of A and B the corresponding value of C. If it is again 1, we can't choose these two values. If the obtained value of C is not equal to 1, then we can verify the expression for those values. So here we can say implies a determinant for these two values. A is minus 1, here 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, C equal to 0. Means for a fixed pair of values of A comma B, we are finding the corresponding value of C to reduce the time factor to solve the problem. So here on expanding this, minus 1 into 0 minus 1, minus 1 into 0 minus 1, minus 1 into C minus 1, minus 1 into C minus 1, plus 1 into 1 minus 0, plus 1 into 1 minus 0 equal to 0. You identify here C becomes 3. So we got here the three values A, B, C. A comma B are assumed. One is minus 1, other is 0. So minus 1, 0, other is 3. As the determinant equal to 0, the values A, B, C corresponding will satisfy this equation. As C equal to 3 is obtained by choosing A comma B respectively, this is minus 1 comma 0. We can say ABC triplet is one suitable triplet for the values of determinant equal to 0. So here we find out for these values 1 by 1 minus A plus 1 by 1 minus B plus 1 by 1 minus C. So substitute the values ABC here. we can write from this 1 by 2 because a equal to minus 1 plus 1 by 1 plus 1 by minus 2 we can write. So 1 by 2 cancel, the remaining is 1. So here the given expression equals 1. Even if you apply the properties of determinants, usually what we do, to get 1 minus a, we may apply C2 minus C1. To get 1 minus b, we may apply C3 minus C2. Like that, if you go on applying properties of determinants, you can solve the problem, and it takes a lot of time. To avoid time factor, you can choose like this. You can solve the problem using this verification method. Thank you.